Hey all, Tripp here, coming to you on an unseasonably warm morning in South Central Texas. I am on the Harley Softail Deluxe this morning. We're gonna go shopping today for the bike. We're gonna put a new pair of shoes on her. And what are we putting on? Oh, this is nice. Can you talk somewhere else? Well, we're going to put on a brand new pair of American Elite tires, complete with tubes and rim bands. I've only had this bike about a year and a half, less than 2 years anyway, and I've only put several thousand miles on it. There's a lot of tread left on these tires. The problem is they are 7 years old, and I'm starting to notice some cracking. And I'm going to throw some photos up here now to show you cracking in both the front and the rear tire. So why not put the same tires on this bike that it came with? Well, I am sticking to wide white blah blah blah. Okay, we'll try that one more time. I am sticking to wide white walls. However, I'm not going to go with the Dunlop 402s that the bike came with. Those are kind of the factory OEM throwaway tires that, you know, they're okay, but you can do a lot better and they don't last that long. I am upgrading, as I said, to the American Elites, also by Dunlop, but they're just a much better quality tire, better in the rain. Basically, they're supposed to be better when it's wet, and I ought to be able to get about 15,000 miles out of them. Maybe even 20 if I'm lucky, so more bang for the buck. I got these tires from JP Cycles. I was actually surprised at the price I got them for because, you know, shortages right now of everything, but they were on sale actually. They were in stock, and believe it or not, they sent them second day. So crazy. So anyhow, that's what we're putting on the bike, and that's why. Thank you, JP Cycles. So we're going to head on down to the shop. I thought I'd take you along with me. The place I'm going this morning is called B-Radz Kustomz, and it is a very highly rated independent shop here in San Antonio. Specializes in Harleys, although they do work on other bikes. And I'll put the contact information down below if you live in the San Antonio area and you ever want to have any work done by them. So my goal is to roll in there right at 9:30, get up on the rack. I'm going to wait there while they work on the bike. I'm also going to have maybe a couple of things looked at while I'm there. If I'm lucky, I'll get out of there in just a couple of hours, at least hopefully before lunch, maybe not, just in case though I ate a big breakfast. So enjoy the ride with me, and I'll see you again once we get to B-Radz Kustomz. I see Mr. FedEx wants to race. Well, I don't think he knows who he's dealing with. This is a Harley Twin Cam 103 Stage 0. Come on, big boy, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 3.5. Well, that ain't gonna work. No! Oh, back at another red light. The bane of my existence. Ooh, the adult megaplex. I wonder if they sell tires. Right next to the airport here, we may see a plane come flying over. Oh, there comes a plane. Aero Mexico or something. No, that's Delta. Apologies, Delta. Whee! That was a wide turn. Jerry Palladino wouldn't be proud of me on that one. I think he says you go where you look. Well, I wasn't looking in the right spot, that's obvious. Here it is, B-Radz Kustomz. Hey, hey, hey. Well, I said I'm here for the tires this morning. You guys said be here at 9:30. Big Brad. It's Tripp. How you doing? I am, everybody. This is Brad.
Good to see you.
I told him all sorts of good lies about you on the way in.
Good, we like that.
Well, I've been here about 2 minutes. The bike's already up on the rack. There's the tires, the American Elites, front and back. There's the tubes, and down in this tire are the rim bands. So I've also got a spongy rear brake, and they're going to take a look at that. The front brake's working fine. leaving B-Radz Kustomz about 2.5 hours after I pulled in. I had both front and rear tires replaced. I had some work done on the rear brake. They found a few things I'd overlooked, which isn't really hard to do. They adjusted the throttle, adjusted the clutch, and I walked out of there paying a heck of a lot less than I was expecting to pay. They were very, very fair. They were more than fair. What was most impressive wasn't the great deal I got, but how I was treated. Brad, the owner, was friendly as could be. They let me film in the back, obviously, and they treated my bike very well. When they got it up on a lift, they took a lot of precautions to make sure they didn't scratch anything. When they took the tire off, you know, they put the brake calipers in Chivas Regal bags, or Crown Royal, that's it. Just a lot of care to make sure that my bike came out of there better than it was when I went in. At one point, I had two guys working on the bike at the same time. They were fast. They were friendly. They test rode the bike afterward, and then again, the price was a heck of a lot less than I expected to pay. They sell used bikes there. They sell some bikes on consignment. They had a decent supply of tires. It was just a neat place to go. They gave me a couple of free sodas while I was there. I was just extremely happy with it all. I'm on my way home. I've got to take it easy on these tires for about 25 miles. I'm one happy guy. Thank you, B-Radz Kustomz. I will definitely be taking my bike back there, and I hope some of you out there get the same opportunity. So that is how I spent my Saturday morning. Checked out a new independent shop, came away feeling very happy. I need to do it. Woohoo! Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm going to head on home, getting something cold to drink. Until next time, this is Tripp On Two Wheels. Do me a couple of favors. Ride safe and ride often. Thanks. See you soon.